group in now for Indiana. Well, he's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Allen. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Monte Ellis. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Hill. Now here's Stuckey. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Pachulia with the steal. For three, Williams. Second shot opportunity. Kicks it out to Parsons. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. 9 points for Chandler Parsons. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Stuckey against Williams. Over in the corner, Matthews. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here is Miles. He's guarded by Williams. Stuckey against Matthews. Shot clock at 6. Stuckey kicks to Miles. From the wing. And that's collected by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his third rebound tonight. Williams with a clean look. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4. Stuckey drives inside.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Got it off in time. And no good trying to get that one. And that concludes the first half. Mavericks lead by 7. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Parsons played a nice quarter of basketball. He has 9 points and 1 rebound. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Let's start the second half strong.
It's been quite a game for Chandler Parsons.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, I tell you what, we'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Williams. And it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. So it's the Pacers now, following the score by Dallas. And there's the pass to Allen. Hill dishes to Allen. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D. And one bright note for the Pacers last season was the play of their bench. Adding Rodney Stuckey was a huge boost for them.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Parsons. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's his first foul. And George, here we go. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parsons. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And George gets it to go.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pacers trailed by 7. Ellis outside. And stolen by Nowitzki. Williams fires. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Williams has got 5 points so far. And the call will be against Deron Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. George double teamed. Outside Turner. George with the ball. Now guarded by Parsons. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from George.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Good. The assist goes to Hill. 11 points here for George.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
It's been quite a game for Dirk Nowitzki.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Allen. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis. Here is Miles, looking for his first basket still in this one. 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Indiana again missing.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. Lavoy Allen comes in for Hill. Paul George, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Ellison for Rodney Stuckey. Pacers trailed by 10. Kept alive. Allen. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw missing.
And last year, we saw Coach Rick Carlisle pass the 600-win mark. Former Coach of the Year award winner, has had so much success here in Dallas. One of many coaches to play for the 80s Celtics.
And that one's good.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
On the wing, Ellis. He's covered by Matthews. Outside, George. It's deflected. They get it back. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Mavericks on top, up by 11. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. They've got Paul George. Mahinmi is out there with Hill. Then it's George Hill, and it's Ellis and at the 2 guard.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Matthews with the steal. And the foul on Monte Ellis. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Turner's checked in for Indiana. Lavoy Allen comes in for Jordan Hill. The drive by Hill, but they get it back. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, he had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And thinking back on George's injury, still a very graphic image in everyone's mind, but he was able to bounce back.
Yeah, it was great to see him get some game time before the end of the season after that horrific injury. A credit to him working as hard as he did, as well as to the training staff that got him back to be able to play before the end of the season.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me, show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
And thanks for that story, Doris. Williams passes to Nowitzki. From deep three-point range. Outside Turner. Indiana moving the ball around. George with the ball. Now guarded by Parsons. Hill, no good.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen. That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
.152 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Matthews. And it's Matthews again missing. Pachulia with the steal. Now the feed to Williams. Misses from close range.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Fantastic bomb there, just especially against the taller defender.
Clutch shooting, determination, and plenty of skill, too. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him. Nowitzki has been playing really well. He has 17